I'm back on that Celsius bullshit.
Yeah, I noticed. I was going to ask you about it. Why?
Because I've changed my mind.
Ugh.
It is actually good for you.
Oh, it's...
Dude, it has no high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, and no artificial colors. It's just orange. It's also gluten-free. I don't know what your deal is here. Ladies drink this.
They do. That they do. And if there's one thing the people got to know about you, it's that you're addicted to girly drinks.
I'm still not done with How I Met Your Mother. It's like the longest show ever.
And that's only 9 seasons. Modern Family is 11.
It's 24 episodes a season.
That's a lot.
I remember I was in
That must have
season
been
5.
backbreaking.
I was in season 5 in October, and I like was flying through it, and I didn't really stop watching it, and I'm still not done.
Where are you?
I have 8 episodes left.
Oh, so you're on the final season?
I'm on the final season. It's the episode where it almost alludes to the possibility that Barney hooked up with Ted's wife before he met her, but he didn't. It didn't happen, but they did.
Yeah, that's what he says.
But but they did meet previously. Oh, dude, you're right. Because this is all from Ted's perspective, so it's what Ted knows.
Right.
So the story being like, oh no, Barney met my wife, but she set him straight, and that's why he married Robin.
Wait, Barney marries Robin?
No. Yes, he does marry Robin.
Okay, and then they get divorced. And then
Shut up.
How I
Shut
Met
up.
Your Mother it's about Robin, right?
Shut up. Well,
I think it's probably one of the worst endings of any TV show I've ever seen.
so
That final season sucks.
I'm right there with you. They're out of ideas. It is clear that they're out of ideas. Oh, by the way, actually no, we'll wait a second. Yeah, all the bits are very stretched out. It's like, okay, you're really taking a chance here because there's nothing else going on. Marshall's in a car the entire season.
Is he really?
He's in a car with a stranger driving back from Minnesota because he couldn't get a flight back to New York City he got kicked off a plane. There's a lot of minor details you're not going to remember because it's a forgettable season.
And it's such a great show otherwise.
It is, yeah. What probably happened was they probably had a lot of money to earn with doing one more season, and they probably took it as all right, yeah, we'll stretch this out as long as we can go.
A final ride. And maybe it was supposed to end after 8 seasons. And they were like, if we push it to 9, that activates the 9-season clause in all of our contracts, and then we get $1 bajillion.
We get health insurance for life thanks to SAG.
Is that real?
I don't think so.
Oh. It should be real. It's like the NFL.
The NFL
only once you become old and shriveled up, they don't pay for your health insurance anymore. Health insurance is expensive.
Yeah, so it is like the NFL.
But I was asking, is it like that?
Oh, I don't know. Well, the thing is with SAG is I think you just have to. It's probably very similar to the NFL. You probably need one movie or one part in a show in a 5-year period to pick up your insurance again.
Is that how the NFL works?
Yeah, that's why Phillip Rivers came back.
I thought it was because he loved the game.
Well, yeah, there's the underlying tone that he loved the game, but he's also a man with 10 children, and his health insurance was about to expire.
The NFL's health insurance like you give your entire body to the NFL for, let's say, what average is, say, 5 seasons?
Yep.
They don't pay health insurance for, it's like there's only ever been I guess it is a lot of people over
Well,
the years, but they're $1 billion company.
yeah, but that would be a bad insurance That would be the NBA and MLB can get away with it because it's like, what's the risk? There's no there's no risk insurance wise on those. Like, oh, you need a knee replacement. Okay. These guys' brains are destroyed. They're going into hospice at 40 years old. Well, they can't, but they would if they had the insurance to do it.
So do we know the NFL's insurance policy? Like, after how many years does it expire?
It's 5 years.
5 years after?
But you get 5 years of health insurance coverage post career.
And then what?
And then you got to get another job or pay for Obamacare. I don't know.
Well, Obamacare should be free.
But is it?
It depends on who you're asking.
Yeah.
I just learned that freedom isn't free.
Oh.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah, dude. That's nothing in this world is
Before
free.
we get into that, if you're you're raising a kid or you are a kid and you're you have a guarantee that you're going to play some sort of professional sport, why on earth would you choose football? NBA contracts are bigger. Same with MLB. And you get health insurance for life. Let's be pragmatic here. All right, kids?
Yeah. That's a great point. The thing with
Is the 401k better in the NFL?
I'm sure everything's better in a NBA and MLB. Cuz in NFL they
Why
also
would
don't
you
have
play
guaranteed
football?
They also don't have guaranteed contracts. Well, it's all because of the risk.
It's less money and more risk.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like well, they're not tall
Not
enough
any
to
more
play.
glory.
They're not tall enough to play basketball.
Go play baseball.
They're not good enough to play baseball.
Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay,
Other people.
Kyler Murray. Looking back now, probably a tremendous mistake.
Yeah.
He was like
You think he agrees?
I think he's probably toying with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how good he
popped
was.
Up
though.
on his radar.
Like
They make him sound like he was fantastic.
Well, yeah, it's always easy to say that when you never had to prove it.
I think that's where I thrive.
Did he play? I don't even know if he played baseball in college.
Where did he go?
He went to Oklahoma and he won the Heisman.
That's right. Did I see him there? I know I saw Baker. I know I saw what's his face?
Jalen Hurts?
That I don't remember. I think I had to have, right?
He was the year after Baker.
Oh, then yeah, I for sure did.
Yeah, it was they won back-to-back Heismans.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh, we were talking about football players who should have
Kyler
done something
Murray.
else. Like Rob Gronkowski, 6'6" or 6'7". He's like an inch. He's like 2 inches taller than Steph Curry. He's just a really big guy.
That guy was born to play tight end, though.
Oh yeah, that guy rules.
I think he's too wide to play in the NBA.
Well,
if we're just looking at figures,
at physique, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was in I was in an elevator with a number of Patriots players who I didn't realize were Patriots players. I thought they were just bros, and I was taller than the ones that I was standing next to.
What?
Yeah, and then I met Carlton Davis at a restaurant. I just gave him a fist bump. He's 6'2". He's shorter than Jason.
That's not fair though, because Jason has like a genetic disformity that made him as tall as a mountain.
He's like a skyscraper mountain.
Yeah, he's like yeah. If a skyscraper and a mountain had a baby out of wedlock, it would look like Jason.
Oh, dude, I got a question.
Okay.
Why don't they
Don't
build
tell him I said that, by the way.
I won't. I'll bring it up next time. Um, why don't they build a skyscraper on Mount Everest?
Is there a punchline here?
No, I'm just
Like,
you know, you have like
why didn't they? Why didn't the architect build a skyscraper on Mount Everest?
no, well, like it's already the tallest mountain, and then you put the biggest building on top of it.
I don't. It would have to be a really small building.
What are you, an architect
Also,
or something?
Yeah, this is not my forte. I think I might have been trying to get into the mind of an architect.
Get out of it.
Okay, I'll put myself in the mind of an engineer.
No, but like you take the biggest thing
No.
and you make it bigger. You could almost go to space.
Why has no one thought of this?
You made it sound like it was the dumbest idea on earth.
Well, all all of our ideas sound like the dumbest ideas on earth until we give it a little bit more time to marinate.
Oh, I'm Griff. I'm going to be pragmatic.
I can go back to being that.
What's
I can go ahead and call your dumb idea stupid again.
what does pragmatic mean?
You have all your scruples.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what you were doing.
Should I knock a couple of scruples off?
Yeah, dude, you're like, "Oh, let's put the smallest building on the biggest mountain cuz
No,
that would
skinniest. I correct myself.
skinny. Skinny fat."
Guinea fat.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Am I allowed to say that?
are you allowed to say skinny fat?
No, guinea fat.
I don't think any of it matters.
Okay.
1/4 of me absolutely hates that.
I think some of our plants fell over.
From the winter breeze.
The door's been closed, to my knowledge, the whole time. We were at Michaela's family's house last night. Maybe it was before. I wonder if the heat came on and it knocked them over. You ever have a strong heat coming out of your air ducts?
I've had the air conditioning on for 13 months straight.
Did it knock any of your house plants over?
Oh, you know what? One time we were playing Xbox pretty late and a spoon fell off the counter onto the ground and it made a loud noise unprompted. And I was like, either the ghost is back or the AC just turned off again.
Was it a metal spoon?
Yes.
All right, I could see the plastic spoon getting knocked off by a gust of wind, but you'd have to have some real powerful AC to move a metal object.
Well, that's just what we're working with in Fort Worth, Texas.
Good old Tejas. Can I say that?
I would like to redact my own statement
I would like to redact mine as well.
because this episode will be coming out in Austin, Texas.
Holy hoo-ha.
Yeah.
You're still doing that?
Yep. 3 years of tagging Fort Worth, Texas, and this guy's going to be Austin.
Man, oh man. What if they built a skyscraper in Austin, the highest point of Texas?
It wouldn't look right.
Why?
Because they're because of inflation.
Wouldn't you want the building to be inflated?
What, so it can blow away like your plants?
No, I'm still on your whole spoon debacle.
Yeah, it
You
doesn't
wanted it
feel good,
inflated so
does
that
it?
you can get to the moon.
Yeah. The moon.
Oh, so you're saying what if okay, how about this? We build a sky bridge from Mount Everest to the moon.
It's going to take a lot
Like
of
like
supplies.
a ropes you know not I don't think a rock wall would work, but you know those like rope ladders that like just go up? What if you had that coming off the moon? Like the big ones that they used to have in gym?
I think that you know how the moon and the tides impact a lady's menstrual cycle? Now you want to
I've
throw a
heard
rope ladder into the mix.
Oh, you think it would throw off the it would
Let me just say, you thought the baby boom was bad? You have no idea what's coming.
the moon boom. Yeah, I guess that wouldn't be great cuz if you really anchored it to the moon, we'd just kind of we'd be dragging the moon along. It's like we put the moon on a leash.
Yeah, do you think that would slow down the moon or would it speed us up?
It would probably have like a it would probably work like a slingshot, right? We do we'd probably get either wrapped up in this rope ladder and we'd get the earth stuck, or we'd slingshot the moon across space.
We would slingshot the moon into the sun.
Take this, you pussy.
And next thing you know, we've got 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah, try that one on for size, CERN.
Punxsutawney Phil, you can sit one out this year. Does that resonate with you?
Did you I love saying that.
Right?
It's so fun. Just say some outlandish nonsense and then put it on somebody else to figure out if it's crazy or not. um I had something about the slingshot and the moon, and
Goliath?
more of a David man myself. Oh, I'm pretty sure that Goliath was like a full-on giant.
Was he one of the Nephilim?
Maybe their offspring.
Could have been. Yeah, or he was
I don't
just a
know.
very tall man. He was probably as tall as Jason.
Do you think Goliath is Jason's great-grandfather?
Is Goliath Polish?
He didn't seem was it Samaria? The Sumerian?
Oh, Lawrence of Arabia?
Philistine. I think he was a Philistine.
I think he was a Philistine.
Yeah, you throw Lawrence in Arabia, you put him in Poland, and you got a much different scene.
You take Lawrence of Arabia and you make a smut film out of it based in the Middle East, you're going to get some attention.
You think it would be a #1 bestseller? Do you think the New York Times would put it on their bestsellers list?
I think it would have to be at least top 5.
Wow. What constitutes the bestsellers list? Like, do you have to hit a certain threshold, or do you just got to be in Oprah's pocket?
Dude, the crazy thing is I was about to ask you about the bestseller list because it seemed like something you'd know more about. Because I was going to say, how come every book is a New York Times bestseller?
I know. Yeah. they've oversaturated the market. I don't even respect their list anymore. And you know me, I love a good list. You write it on a sticky note, you publish it, you tell me what books I should or shouldn't read. I'm gonna fall in love with you, you pretty lady.
I thought it meant you were number 1, but now I'm starting to think that it's a really long list.
It sounds like it's a really long because it's a lot of books, unless they release it every day. But then there's only 365 a year. And do they publish on Saturdays and Sundays?
Probably not
I
Sunday.
don't
The
know.
mail doesn't come on Sundays. Everybody knows this.
But does the newspaper come on Sundays? Because it's not delivered by the mailman. It's delivered by a kid on a bike.
Do you ever wish you grew up in a time where you could be a kid on a bike throwing newspapers at people's houses?
Not even a little bit. That sounds awful.
Oh, you
Get
didn't
up
have
at
your
4 o'clock. Get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to hop on my bike and pedal around a town that I want to leave for 25 cents an hour.
You love to bike.
I hate to bike.
Dude, you won't stop talking about your bike and your flat tires and your well,
I needed a project and I chose bike. That doesn't mean I'm ever going to finish the project, nor does it mean I'm ever going to bike.
and it doesn't mean you want to turn it into a career either.
Bike mechanic. You want me to work you think I want to work at REI?
What is REI? Oh, that's that outdoor store.
Recreation environment indoors.
No, I wanted you to work for the newspaper.
Being a bike mechanic?
No, just you have your paper
Like
route.
all the 8-year-olds come in and they say, "My bike no work." And I say, "We're not paying you for this."
I don't think I know it seems like there's a riff here. I don't want to imply that you could have ever been a bike mechanic.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
I actually really appreciate you saying that. I was worried that I was going to have to become a bike mechanic.
No, I was going more the Leave It to Beaver route. You were going to be just you have your paper route, you make a nickel every day, you get up early on Saturday. It's just on Saturdays, by the way.
That's not true. The newspaper is every day, my friend.
You got
You think they
school.
have a weekly newspaper?
You got school, dude.
What time does school start?
You're not doing your
'Cause
paper
I'm getting
route
up
during
at
the week.
Dude, I'm getting up before Mark Wahlberg to do this paper route.
You would have had to get up 3 days ago.
You think the news stops?
I don't know.
School starts at what, 7:50?
Isn't that crazy?
I've never done that ever.
Well, yeah, that's why you got so many detentions.
Not a one, Brother Bear. Not a one.
You didn't get a single detention for being late to school?
Legally, they could not punish me for that.
Did you
I
even
had a post brain surgery. I had like one of the little like forms that you fill out. My doctor said that because of the back thing and the brain thing, that I needed a couple extra minutes to get to class. So, like, if first period got out, we'd have like 6 or 7 minutes to get to the next class. They're like, you can be late because it's probably going to take you a little bit longer. So, like, just come in. And I started using that for first period classes.
right?
And they never gave me any guff for it.
It's really hard to make fun of you about this.
Yeah.
All I can
It's my superpower.
all I can say is that it doesn't take 7 minutes to cross one side of the hallway to the other, like the rooms are right next to each other.
That's true.
Now I need my time. Instead of using 7 minutes per period, I'm going to use 45 minutes at the beginning and be late to school every day.
Yep. Sometimes by like an egregious amount.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just miss first period altogether.
Why not? 7:50 is really early.
It's so early.
That's when class started.
I know.
They had to be there like 7:30.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
I got up at 7:40 this morning. I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I got up at 7.
Well, you, me, and Tubby were all up at 2 in the morning.
That's great. What that hasn't happened in many moons.
Yeah, I got a text from Tubby at 1 a.m. And he was like, "Are you up?" And I didn't see the text till 1:40 because I was brushing my teeth and taking a
Of course.
shower.
Yep.
So then I texted him at 1:40. I was like, I'm up." And then he was like, "Can you give me a call?" And I was like, "Oh no." Because I figured they got a snowstorm. So I was like, "Oh, well, that's why we don't have Tubby today. He's out there being a hero, plowing and all that."
He's like a nurse.
By the way, when he gets back, he has a really funny story to tell.
Really?
Yeah. He met a streetwalker. And that's all I'm going to say on the matter until we get Tubby.
I'm excited to hear that little number.
At 2:45 in the morning in downtown New London.
Oh boy.
He didn't
Is he okay?
He's okay. Yes, he's okay. They were it was great. It was very comedically humorous.
Oh, I can't wait to giggle about it.
Yeah.
If it's you said it was a funny story?
It's a very funny story.
Is it heartfelt and sincere as well? Am I going to laugh and cry?
You're going to cry tears of laughter.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
I got to have some more water before I do that. I don't want to dehydrate myself, you know?
Yeah. I'm back on that Celsius bullshit.
Yeah, I noticed. I was going to ask you about it. Why?
Because I've changed my mind. It is actually good for you.
Oh, it's
Dude, it has no high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, and no artificial colors. It's just orange. It's also gluten-free. I don't know what your deal is here. Ladies drink this.
They do. That they do. And if there's one thing the people got to know about you, it's that you're addicted to girly drinks.
Yes. No one seems to be interested in this as much as me, by the way. I have never gotten the reaction I've been looking for on the Celsius marketing scheme.
Which is?
That they're the first energy drink to successfully market towards women.
That's pretty good. Nobody, what are you saying after that? Or are you expecting that to be funny on its own?
No, I'm not expecting it to be funny. I'm expecting like, oh shit. You know, because like Red Bull, Monster, they
Bang.
Bang, yeah, all of those. Well, Bang has cotton candy flavored, so that kind of is marketing towards women. But
we're the only ones who buy that flavor. They specifically designed that for us.
Fuck, you're right. Scratch that. Yeah, I guess that's why I haven't gotten the reaction I've been looking for. What I'm saying is like Red Bull has these flavors and stuff, and they sponsor cool racing stuff and like extreme challenges. But for whatever Celsius did, I think it's because they made it look like a Truly or something. It has
Sure.
It looks like a White Claw or something.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's not scary. It's
And then there was that one time where they accidentally wrapped all of their cans, or they accidentally wrapped a bunch of High Noons or something, or maybe it was White Claws in
uh
the Celsius wrapper.
so I think what it was is like, you know how you can't have French fries from certain places because they don't have separate fryers.
Yeah,
I think
good
they.
memory.
eh, I just I just beyond that. Anyways,
It's made an impact, and I can tell.
yeah. Similarly, I think
Yeah.
they had a similar pipe going, and residue or droplets of High Noon got into Celsius cans because they weren't separate.
Oh, it was just it. It was like that one time at the bar where you accidentally spilled beer into that sober guy's drink.
Good memory. uh yeah, I still don't know why that wasn't a problem. But yeah. So it wasn't like it wasn't like there was a whole High Noon in a Celsius can. It was like they spiked a bunch of Celsiuses by accident. Also, it says in clear letters right here, burns body fat. I think that's why women like this drink.
Interesting. What else does it have in it? Can you
Uh,
read the entire ingredient label to me?
if they did it right, there shouldn't be an ingredient label at all. All right. It has carbonated filtered water,
Okay.
citric acid,
Okay.
taurine that prevents
Okay.
heart attacks,
Yes, it does.
guana seed extract,
Okay.
caffeine,
How much?
an undisclosed amount.
What?
I don't see. It's a shiny can reflecting off of light. I'm having trouble reading it. I'm almost gonna have a stroke. Uh,
Thank God for that taurine.
there's a lot of ingredients. It has pyroxidine hydrochloride, riboflavin, um,
Okay.
chromium chelate, biotin, and beta carotene for the color. That's how you get the rich orange color. And then you get a cyan cobalamin. Cobalamin. Sounds like a Middle Eastern guy. Um uh,
It was
uh,
just descriptive enough to where I know what you're saying.
yeah, so you can get a lot of really good things out of this. Also, it goes to the trouble of saying protein 0 milligrams. It gets you
I think they
thinking.
have to.
It's like we have protein in mind. This doesn't have any of it, but we are acknowledging that it exists.
Has it? Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, maybe it is marketed towards women.
Yeah.
Here's the shiny can that you can't read. And also, don't look too hard because it doesn't have any protein. Before you ask, I just want to get it out on the table. There is 0 milligrams of protein in this shiny can.
And an undisclosed amount of caffeine.
I feel like they have to put the number of caffeines on there.
We'll call the guy who is sober who I spiked his drink. Actually, we won't call him, but we will. I think he used
We'll
to have
acknowledge he exists.
we'll acknowledge he used to have 1,000 milligrams of caffeine a day.
That's too much.
Yeah.
You know how much riboflavin you gotta take to offset that?
Well, you're definitely going to need your taurine supplements going.
Yeah. Such like remember that time where we really couldn't sleep?
That like 2-year period
Yeah.
when we were roommates.
When we were roommates.
Yes, I do remember.
Like, if I disclosed to you and acknowledged the existence that I was like just laying in my bed trying to go to bed, and then I'd be like, there's a freaking cutie pie not even 50 feet from my bedroom door, and he's trying to go to sleep. but he's thinking about the shiny Celsius can.
Yeah.
And if he accidentally got some guy back on the wagon.
Yeah. Yeah. With genuine curiosity.
Yeah. That's the guy who Obama put in jail for telling all his secrets about the CIA torture program, right?
Oh, yeah. Preston?
No, genuine curiosity.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, so are you sleeping better now?
I am, yeah.
I am as well. I don't
I don't
know.
want to blame you specifically, but I think you were a contributing factor.
Uh, hey, and you as well. Um, I do still sleep till noon on Saturdays.
Heck yeah. What were you doing up so early this morning?
I went to church early so that we could do the episode and I wouldn't be late, and then I could also watch the Patriots game and not have to go later.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it was at 8:30, but it's 20 minutes away.
Which one did you go to?
It's near TCU.
You don't have to. Okay, I know that one. Yeah. Driven by that one.
Yeah. But yeah, I had to get up. This is one of the good 5-hour days of sleep.
Yeah, wow. That's pretty nuts. We probably had about the same amount of sleep last night again.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like you never fully recovered from those 2 years with getting 3 hours of sleep every night for 2 years?
Yeah.
It's
for sure taking its toll.
Yeah. And I used to think even 6 hours of sleep was enough. I'm learning the harsh reality that uh that's not tenable either.
Good word.
Thanks.
Man, you're just full of surprises today.
Yeah, I mean, I was listening to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck talk, and they use these words.
Yeah. But not in a pretentious way. You're coming off a little pretentious, but it's a nice look on you.
I heard Matt Damon say the phrase in perpetuity.
Oh boy.
Which is the coolest way of saying forever.
Thank you for clarifying that for our audience members who might not have understood what that word meant without the context of the sentence.
When anything is said in perpetuity,
it means it's going to take a really long time.
This all reminds me of when we were doing our advertisement readout for paternity clothes, and you kept making me laugh because you kept showing me your nipples during recording. So then I fuck up one additional time, and you're like, "Get out of here! I'm gonna do it." And then you get on camera, and you're like, "Paternity clothes." It's a classic example of like us fucking something up, and then you like, "No, you idiot," and then you immediately fucking it up differently. This episode is brought to you by paternity clothes. Paternity clothes. Because we get cravings too. No. Start over. You can't just keep... You keep flashing your nipples at me in the beginning of the episode. These clothes will help you strut in public without showing it all in public. Tired of people showing their nipples out? Why is there no clothes for us? This episode is brought to you by paternity clothes. Paternity clothes. Because we get cravings too. Griff's taking his shirt off again. Again. Can you believe that?
Hi, I'm Griffin of the G Spot, with me, Griffin. What Matt so eloquently said.
Are you tired of walking around with your nipples just out and about? I know I am. But with paternity clothes,
Paternity clothes are the wave of the future. Guys with dad bods or OJ bods or spoiled milk bods, they all love it.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Paternity clothes. Brought to you by the G Stru.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, good times. I learned that little number from my cousin James.
Which one?
You break at the first sight of a nipple.
Oh, yeah. It's a funny looking thing. Not yours isn't any funnier looking than the rest of them.
You're just saying like generically. You're saying I have generic nipples. But nipples as a whole spook you.
They don't spook me. They're just a funny thing, you know? Like it's just a it's like
I see someone with clothes on all the time. That's my normal expectation. And then when they lift up their shirt and flash their nipples at you while you're trying to do an ad read for a fake product, it just sends you haywire.
yeah, there's no managing those expectations.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Whether the 2 years of intense sleep deprivation took a toll on our daily lives.
Oh yeah, I forgot what we were just talking about. And we've talked about sleep deprivation recently, but you get these highs and lows that go back to back throughout the day. You're feeling great, and then you're having a panic attack, and then you're feeling great again, and your eyes are twitching, and
Yep. Immense mood swings.
immense mood swings. With all the mood swings, we didn't really fight though.
No, I think we were thick as thieves back then. We were teammates in a war against freaking attrition.
I think we were having internal mood swings on our own behalfs.
I remember getting real pissed off at you for not doing dishes. And then I'd look at the dish pile and be like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'd walk away happy. And then by the time I got to my room again, I'd be pissed off.
Well, were
And I'd
those
say, let's play Madden, you freak.
were those at the very least those are both of our dishes.
I'm not debating whose dishes they are. I'm just saying that they were there all day. And then I'd come home and they'd still be there. And I'd be like, Matt. But then I'd get happy again and we'd play Madden.
I don't think we've ever addressed this dishes situation. I would say that maybe they were a quarter of my dishes.
You think there were 75% of my dishes?
Well, yeah, because you'd stack them, and then you'd like at the end of the week do all the dishes all at once.
It would take me like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then there would be like gunk at the bottom of the sink.
And
But-
then I'd blame you for that gunk.
But
That was because of the sleep deprivation. I wasn't actually mad, and 2 seconds later, I was happy again. I was just giving you an example of those mood swings to put it into perspective for our audience. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Virgins podcast. You may have seen our first 40 minutes, but this right now is where the real episode starts.
right.
Matt, take it away.
So these dishes. No. Yeah. I think that is a reasonable take. We didn't have the
Have another
cleanest.
sip of your lady Celsius, and then let's have this conversation.
We didn't have the cleanest apartment. One might say that it was haphazard.
There was a number of guests who complained and said that they did not want to spend another minute in this squalor. We said, if you don't like it, the bed's in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's not set up for you, so you can leave.
Yep.
It was funny, like everything on the outskirts of the apartment was a mess, but the podcasting area, once cleaned up for the guest, was
Immaculate.
Yeah.
That's what everyone would say. They'd come in and they'd be like, wow, you guys really put a lot of effort into this 30 square foot area.
Yeah, dude, it was a pretty nice 30 square foot though.
Yeah. It that 30 square foot area has set the standard for all other 30 square foot areas.
Yeah, in that for a while we won't have that much square feet.
Not to dedicate to being immaculate.
No.
It's just not feasible.
No, I don't think so. So how do we get off of this dishes situation without ripping our heads off?
Do you remember how we had said that sleep deprivation comes with immense mood swings?
Yeah.
Give it another 30 seconds of just stewing in anger, and we'll be happy again.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get a sip of water?
Of course.
I'd be right back. Oh, talk to him about that idea you were telling me about, that you think that the marketing campaign for Celsius is just women.
This guy's
They're
talking
gonna-
to me
they're gonna
about
love-
dishes.
They're going to love it.
This guy's talking to me about dishes from. And that's what I liked most about the marketing campaign for Celsius. Celsius, for ladies who want to have the same energy drink as guys, but under a different title and different ingredients. Celsius, for ladies who want to have an energy drink in the afternoon because coffee just won't do it, because when you have coffee in the afternoon, it'll give you a panic attack for some reason that Celsius won't give. Celsius, for the ladies and the guys who like flavors that are otherwise not found in the ingredients in Red Bull with extra riboflavin. Does that resonate with you?
I thought you were going to say Celsius, where the taste is found nowhere else in nature. Thought that's where you were going with it. And I liked that idea of yours.
Thanks.
I thought that really would have resonated with a lot of people. Not me, but
No.
I'm sure a lot of other people it would have resonated with.
Yeah, and if Cotton Candy Bang was releasing a similar message, that would
Bang!
Bang! I have a question along this front.
'Kay.
I had mentioned this whole coffee versus energy drink things in the afternoon.
Okay.
I've never had an afternoon coffee and not felt awful afterwards. But energy drinks are different. Would you have a 4 o'clock like a 4 o'clock large iced coffee?
Yeah, I think I would. It would have to be okay. So a lot of times, what happens in my household currently is, we'll have coffees. Michaela and I will get a coffee. We'll either make it, or there's like a machine downstairs, or maybe we'll go out for coffee. Whatever the case is, we have coffee. Michaela is notorious for not finishing her coffee, and then a couple hours after, she'll be like, hey, do you want the rest of my coffee? Sometimes that comes along at 2 o'clock. And I'm like, I'm not gonna waste the coffee.
Yeah.
I'll take the coffee. So if I was offered like a maybe 3/4 full large iced coffee at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd probably sip it for a while. I don't think I'd finish it. Now, I think I have more propensity to say no to an energy drink at all times of the day. We had that little spurt where all we were doing was drinking energy drinks rather than coffee. Because I think our coffee maker was, let's just say, on the fritz again.
Did we ever buy in bulk energy drinks?
Yep.
Did we get? Oh, we got Red Bull, right?
Yes,
we just got
did.
a
Yep.
bunch of Red Bulls.
Yep. Which, by the way, were like $35.
Was that
That
a
just
lot?
seems outrageous to me.
Yeah.
It's like the most expensive thing in Costco.
Damn it, Costco. Our
know.
shopping habits in Costco were outrageous.
Yeah, anytime I had any amount of extra money.
It was like $300 of a bill, and then we'd look in the fridge and be like, "What do we eat tonight?" We have $300 of ice cream and candy.
We bought root beer in bulk again.
Oh my god, we bought like a box of 18 bottled root beers.
Yeah.
And there's no dinner
Yeah.
tonight. And there's no room left in the food budget. Costco is a dangerous bulk buy when you really have no reason to bulk at all.
Well, that's not entirely true. I heard it was bulking season back then.
Yeah, I mean the toilet paper lasted a long time, but the ice cream did not.
That is true. Yeah, we didn't really perfect that ratio.
We'd be having like 2 ice creams each a night for a while.
Yeah. And sometimes 2 frozen pizzas.
Oh yeah, dude, those were good.
Gotta go back there. We're out of frozen pizza right now. I think I've also had pizza 3 days in a row. Michaela
that
had
sounds
a work
good,
party
dude.
earlier last week, and she brought home like leftover gluten-free pizza, and so I had that. And then the next night, we were like, we haven't eaten out in a while. What if we just get Domino's? It's snowing. Come home, watch a movie. We got Domino's, and then last night we were with her family, and they're like, "What do you guys think about getting a pizza, going home and watching a movie?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah.
But I switched it up last night. I got a cheeseburger pizza. Pretty dang good.
I
That's
see.
all I'm gonna say on the matter.
Yeah. What percentage of pizza restaurants do you think are worse than Domino's?
Ooh. Worse. What does worse mean to you?
Like you're eating the pizza and you're like, honestly, Domino's would be better than this.
Are you factoring in price?
Nope, just taste.
I think I gotta factor in price because at most like gluten-free pizzas, there's some exceptions to this rule. But most gluten-free pizzas, there's like a bare minimum that they achieve, and they hit that every time. So like last night's pizza tasted a lot like Domino's, and Domino's tastes like a lot of gluten-free pizzas.
Damn.
But occasionally there's one that's like phenomenal crust, mainly crust. The toppings and the sauce don't really change pizza to pizza. Obviously, some are better than others, you know. But for me, it's a crust. The gluten-free pizzas are all thin crust, crunchy, and they burn the shit out of them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are there only thin crust gluten-free pizzas?
Uh, at most restaurants, that's all they serve. Like if you go to a pizza place, it's usually and you order a gluten-free pizza, it's usually just thin crust. But I've been seeing some alternatives pop up. There's a couple frozen ones that are like a thick, like Detroit style pizza. So it's in like a cardboard box. And it's
Yeah, I know
like
the type.
a rectangle.
Hmm.
So that's not thin crust anymore. Once you start having to describe it as this,
You got to think you're probably living in the greatest time on earth to be gluten free, huh?
probably the only time on earth where being gluten free is a need.
Well, I remember even like 15 years ago, there was like nothing gluten free, but
Oh
there
my
were gluten
gosh,
free
yeah.
people.
I was implying that if you uh, compare the data of when Monsanto came onto the scene and started spraying everything with their gay juice,
Yep.
uh, I'd say there's probably a pretty sharp incline of gluten freebies out there
Yeah.
right around that same period of time. I think it's a chemical thing. Because like I don't know, maybe celiac was like a real issue, and everyone was just fighting. Like everyone was just fighting to not get dysentery. So it didn't really resonate with a whole lot of people just yet.
I don't know if this has been answered previously, but have you had bread in another country since you've been gluten free?
No,
Or do you think you would?
I think I'm a little. My mom has talked to me about this, and I think she'd be willing to do it, but she has like she doesn't have the instantaneous reaction that I do. So I feel like she's a little bit more risk averse to that sort of behavior. I have thought about it a lot. I think I might give it a shot. All that's to say is I think in the end my mom is always right.
If you had a piece of bread in London and it was good, would you consider moving to London and ignoring the whole Muslim Brotherhood thing so that you could eat regular bread?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you here. Of all of the countries that I could go to have a piece of bread, I don't think I would do it in London.
That's why I picked it.
Yeah, I think the Muslim Brotherhood is just a little bit too hard to ignore. Respectfully. Hey, get their message across. What I'm trying to say.
If you think we're all one big brotherhood.
What are you, the Black Eyed Peas?
I'm like 8% on their side on this one.
The Black Eyed Peas?
No, the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh, good clarification.
Yeah.
That would have been bad.
No, yeah, I'm not.
Do you remember that song that they released though? It was like, why can't we all just love each other?
Oh no, dude, that song rules.
I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying.
Love. Oh,
Yeah, what is
people killing, people dying, hurting, people trying. Can I keep going, or do you want me to stop?
I would no keep
Practice
going.
what you preach, and would you turn the other cheek? Father, help us. If you got it from above, just remember, where is the love? Where is? Yeah, that song's pretty good. I think.
Where's the love?
I think it was a reaction to the reaction of 9/11.
There's no the reaction. 9/11 was, at least here in America, from what I've heard, it was like for like 3 months, people were like awesome to each other.
Yeah, to most each other. It kind of had a post Pearl Harbor sort of deal going on.
So is this the 8% that you agree with the Muslim Brotherhood about?
I'm just saying. I just thought it could be
Man.
said. I don't. Yeah, that's what I heard. It was one of our more patriotic times.
Yeah. Like after Pearl Harbor.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the
Oh my gosh.
Gulf of
Did you
Tonkin
ever
before Gulf of
see
Tonkin.
American Sniper?
Yeah, dude.
When he gets married on that rooftop and they get the call and they're like, we're getting deployed. And they're like, hoorah, and all that. Man, oh man.
Did you listen to the Bradley? Did you listen to the? I got to say these words out loud. Did you listen to the Bradley Cooper interview on Joe Rogan?
No, I did not.
I couldn't get those words out for some reason. He was talking about American Sniper for like 20 minutes. Apparently, when they started prepping to make that movie, Chris Kyle was still alive.
Whoa, for real?
For real. They had like a phone call conversation as they were like prepping for everything.
I just got goosebumps.
It was so nuts hearing Bradley Cooper talk about it, and then all of a sudden he got shot and killed. And they were like, "Whoa!"
That means they would have had, because the movie is based on his book, and the book came out. I read the book. I read the book in high school. I wrote a book report on that book.
Wow.
Yeah. There's like I guess it would have had to have been an addendum at the end because they like address what happened to him.
Yeah. So he gets shot and killed, and Bradley Cooper goes, "Wow, we really need to make this movie now."
Yeah.
So yeah, they
Did Bradley Cooper talk at all about how that book was a New York Times bestseller?
it could have come up. I don't
Okay.
remember that specifically, but
Okay.
yeah, I had no idea that he was alive at one point
Yeah,
while they were.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Man.
it's a great
What an
movie.
insane job.
Yeah,
Like a hero in every sense, like nurse level. But
like an essential worker level.
But I mean how do you not take work home with you?
Yeah, and to see like all the struggles that he went through, and honestly, to be able to come all the way back and then write that book,
Yeah.
because it's so
Oh
hard
my
for them
gosh.
to talk about.
Yeah, it's like it's not really the same plot at all, but like the mindset that you'd have to put yourself in is intrigues me the same as like C.S. Lewis's The Screw Tape Letters.
Yeah, I could.
Like to put
There's
yourself
definitely similarity.
in that sphere to be able to write that book, and Chris Kyle is reliving everything and admitting to some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
That could not have been easy.
no.
It's like how you want to write The Deported.
Honestly, I don't know what the plot is yet, but once I thought of that title, I was like, I gotta say something.
Matt Damon's gonna love this.
Matt Damon's The Deported. It's not funny, guys. It's nothing about this is funny. It's it is very serious. That it was on the more serious side of it. You know how like the White House kept making these hype videos for deportations?
Mm-hmm.
And Shane Gillis had a good point on it. He was like, "Guys, this is like a serious thing. Like we shouldn't be trying to make this funny. It's not funny."
Yeah, like embracing meme culture on what could define a presidency.
Yeah. There's too many weird meme things going on.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And
yeah, I've been having this conversation a lot. Like there's a level of DJT that I truly just don't understand.
Yeah.
And I can't tell what's I can't. I don't even know how to put this into words. Like for most decisions that people make, good or bad, I feel like I can at least put myself into their shoes to understand like how they got to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Serial killer, horrible, horrible childhood, completely skewed their sense of reality. Maybe the government got involved and hooked them up with, I don't know, unlimited drugs and fried their brains. I could put myself into that situation and see how, I don't know, Hillary Clinton paid the Unabomber. I don't know. Uh, I there's just like I want to think that there's an end game here, that there is 4D chess being played or whatever, but some of who does the ice memes help?
And it's always pulling in people who, like, they used a Theo Von clip as an intro for one of the ice videos, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, guys, this was like
Yeah.
a cameo joke from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I did not give my permission for you to use this."
Yeah.
And it puts you in a corner of like either having to double down on everything or be like, guys, I have like a more nuanced take on this. Like,
Yeah.
don't do this to me.
Don't force my hand and make me double down.
Yeah, there's like definitely a number of things with Trump, like where I think he sort of plays to a Christian audience sometimes, but he
I would say
doesn't.
big time.
Yeah, like big time. Like when he held the Bible outside
Yeah.
of that, and even the way he was holding it, it was like, all right, this doesn't look like
Yeah.
it's clearly an act.
Right.
But
I
then when
forgot
he,
about that.
yeah, and then when he goes on the like,
To think he covered up that weird Bible incident with the Epstein files. Why would he do that? That's what I'm talking about.
and then somebody asked him if after ending the Israel Palestine thing, which I don't know if it's actually ended, but
Peace in the Middle East.
apparently like 400 people have died since the ending of that war. But that is neither here nor there. Some reporter asked him, was like, "Do you think ending this war, you've done enough to go to heaven?" And he's like, "No, I'm going to hell. There's no way." And that's either a
Yeah,
funny joke or like, I don't know, dude.
That's what I'm like. There's just certain like I don't. I'm genuinely struggling to put this into words. It's stumping me. The behavior is just erratic.
The Rob Reiner thing.
What was that?
When Rob Reiner died, Donald Trump wrote like a long tweet making fun of him, calling him a failure, and like saying he hates him.
He directed E.T. Let's take it easy.
He directed E.T. also.
I think so.
Because I mean his what is it,
That'll
filmography,
work.
whatever,
Yep.
is so impressive.
Yeah.
That guy was
it's
the man.
immense. Yeah, there is like a there is like an underlying thread that kind of makes me think the 4D chess thing might be to some extent real. Like I don't like the whole eating babies movement and like the adrenochrome thing, and all the elites are like pedophiles and things. Stopping that seems to be a very common conspiracy thread of like that's where all of this behavior is coming from. Military's in charge, that whole thing.
Right.
I know I'm saying that like it's common knowledge, but like I don't know how else to like bring that up.
No, I think that's
That's like the one thing that I'm like, is that related? Is it? 'Cause otherwise, it makes no fucking sense for him to be doing anything.
And then he's also at Charlie Kirk's funeral saying that he hates all of his enemies.
Oh. Yeah.
I believe him. I just don't think that's good.
Yeah. Well, can you hate your enemy and still pray for him?
I think we're told not to hate him at all. You can.
Yeah, that's like the whole story of David.
Yeah.
Saul is hunting him over and over and over again, and he gets stuck in that cave, and then Saul goes in to take a little bit of a rest, and then David comes up behind him and cuts his cloth off of his back or whatever, and then Saul goes back outside and is like, we got to find him. And then David comes out with the piece of paper from his cloth and is like, I could have killed you, but I didn't. Can we be friends again?
Yeah, I don't know what to think. I guess that's why I mean, the whole point of any of these people getting into office is they're supposed to solve these problems for us.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be a glamorous job. They're dealing with the things that we get to live our lives and they get to figure out these things.
Yeah.
And
that's a really good way of putting it.
And sometimes I feel like we
like it's up to us.
I always feel like it's up to us. But I think I don't want to say that we know more than we should, because it's fine that we know stuff. It's becoming too part of everyone's daily lives.
Yeah. Like everyone's a conspiracy theorist.
Everyone is locked in on everything that's happening, and it's too much.
Yeah, like we used to be able to conduct regime changes in peace.
With very little pushback.
Yeah. And if we thought that the American public was going to give us guff for making a tough decision, you just, Gulf of Tonkin it.
The neocons aren't in charge anymore, fellas. They're a thing of the past. Sure, we're running the same plays. The playbook hasn't changed.
But we've come under new management.
It is crazy. Like, the amount of regime change conversation that's taken place over the last year.
Yeah.
Where that wasn't brought up at all in the election process.
They did say that they didn't want to start any new wars.
And they wanted people to stop dying.
And they also wanted to stop sending money to support causes that we had no business supporting.
Well, the thing you have to understand about Trump is he's a master negotiator.
That's what I've heard. I think he was a New York Times bestseller for a while there because of that idea.
Yeah, the fart of the deal.
Thanks, Oprah.
Yeah, so this is all good. It's all very very filled with existential dread. But things could always be different.
Yeah. Yeah, they could be different, huh?
Not better, just different.
Different. Yeah. I heard a new one today that I hadn't heard before. Some guy was it was a TikTok that showed up on Twitter. Sometimes that happens.
Yes.
It was this TikTok on Twitter of this guy going on an absolute rant that the Bears winning the Super Bowl this year, if they do it, will reset our timeline. Because because the last time Chicago won any sort of championship, the Cubs, after breaking their 70-year curse, things went to heck in a handbasket shortly thereafter. Now we got a Chicago Pope, and things have been a little weird lately, Matthew. I don't know if you picked up on that, but they're saying that if Chicago wins, it'll reset everything back, and we'll get on our normal timeline again. Things will have come full circle.
Oh. How?
I also saw that it was like maybe the former president of like some London bank, or maybe some like big time like lady banker from London. She put a recommendation to the Bank of London that they need to make some contingency plans like as soon as possible, just in case Donald Trump got on a press conference in the next couple of days and confirmed that there was extraterrestrial life.
Right.
So they have to, I don't know, move some money around or something in case there are aliens.
I did see a potential time travel idea. Maybe we could go back in time and try to fix some of this stuff. Does that make sense?
What would you do?
I don't know what we do, but do you want to hear how we would do it?
Yeah.
So some
Are you
guy.
gonna explain a time machine to me? Because if you're going to, I've seen Back to the Future, buddy.
No, so it's not Back to the Future, but it's going back to the past. This guy made this video a while ago, and he has a Rubik's Cube, and he's talking about how a Rubik's Cube is getting solved quicker and quicker, and it's going to get, the record's going to be broken to the point where you're solving a Rubik's Cube in negative time, and that will open a portal to the past that you can go back in time and fix something. But the problem is that it would destroy the space-time continuum because of the weight of the Rubik's Cube.
As in everything is perfectly balanced, so if you bring a Rubik's Cube back, the entire distribution of mass will be completely different than it once was, and it'll have an immense ripple effect that tears apart the space-time continuum.
Yeah, and the menstrual cycles would be absolutely disrupted.
Amok.
He did say, though, that if you found a way to create a lighter weighted Rubik's Cube, you could, in theory, make this happen. And we could stop the Bears from winning the Super Bowl.
No, we want the Bears to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, we want...
Because that'll set everything right again.
What's the first thing that gets corrected with the Bears winning the Super Bowl?
I think the Berenstain Bears, it gets spelled correctly. The New York Times reissues their #1 bestseller, The Berenstain Bears.
In the paternity clothes gets a successful patent.
Yeah, if you could fit a patent around, or if you could fit the paternity clothes around a patent, you can fit them around your boy belly. I think that's an Einstein quote, actually.
I got
his time at the patent office, where he did not steal any patents.
Speaking of patents, did you ever hear about how General Patton died?
I think that was Edison, not Einstein. I'm sorry, Albert.
Yeah, that was Edison, I think.
Yeah.
Did you hear about how General Patton died after World War II?
Can I guess?
Yes.
Is it in bad taste to guess?
No.
Okay. What year?
2 days after World War II ended.
Oh, boy. Non-contact injury?
There was some contact.
Ooh. With the skyscraper that they were trying to build on Mount Everest? Uh-oh. What? Tell me. I'm out of guesses.
He died in a fatal car accident in Germany 2 days after World War II ended.
Really?
But it was widely, I believe it's even like confirmed as like an intentional event that happened.
Who in their right mind would give the business to General Patton himself? Was he on the Autobahn?
No, I think he was in Berlin. He was just driving around. T-boned. Dead.
What happened to the other car?
I think they got arrested. I think they were Germans. They were like something
like
weird happened.
The Axis powers. They were the bad guys?
Yes.
Yeah, the Axis came and went full tilt on his ass. Like it was like one final, like what they tried to do to Abe Lincoln. What the Clinton Foundation tried to do to Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, this war's not over yet.
I feel like there's a conspiracy theory behind it. I don't remember what it was. I don't know what he knew or what was being planned, but it was something went awry.
He was the face of a pretty bloody war. I'm sure he knew quite a bit. Oh, you don't think he was out there counting, do you?
Don't do this.
You shouldn't. They say you shouldn't count when you're a general.
Yeah.
In the early 1940s.
45.
Mid 1940s.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry?
It was an unnecessary correction.
No, I liked it. I think it brought us in for a smooth landing.
Honestly, the only reason I said that was because you asked me what year it was, and then I said 2 days after World War II ended, but I never said what year it was.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I came out there like a bozo, and I said early 1940s.
No.
I know that 5 and above, you give it a shove. 4 and below, you let it go. Here I am counting.
Well, this has been another episode of the Convergence Podcast.
It has been an absolute pleasure talking with you today.
Yeah.
Slutty Muffins, we love you. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you know what really happened to General Patton. What was his first name? George? George Patton.
I think it was George.
By George, I think we've got it.
Damn it, we are getting dumber.
All right, well, I love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy. Have a beautiful rest of your day, sir.
Mwah.
Mwah.